Stampers, welcome to week 10 of my 12 weeks of Halloween. And today I have this cute little spooky treat box for you. And it is fast and easy, and I'm just going to show you what I used. I'm actually using our lustrous white gable boxes. And these boxes are new in our annual catalog, and they actually have this great shimmer to them. They're real sparkly. And so I thought that would be fun for our Halloween treat. So I'm just going to go ahead and build this box with you. And just going to crease it. It is already scored, so that makes my life easy. I'm just going to do my two sides, then my one little side, my two sides, and then this one that I tuck in, and that should hold the bottom like that. Okay, and then on this side, I just bend these in a little bit and bend these back. And this I'm going to bend in also, and then bend back. And then these little tabs here, I'm just going to punch out on the sides. We'd fill our candy in there. Go ahead and close this up. We have our little treat box. So, what I'm using this week is I'm going to use my paper pumpkin that came in the mail this past month. And I'm using this spooky decal. Now it comes with stamps, and I could have stamped it, but I decided just to go ahead and use the sticker because it was fast and easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and peel off one of these, line it up, and just put it on the box like that, real easy. And when you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you get all kinds of stickers. You might get you always get stamps, you always get ink, and you always get directions how to make whatever they're making. Now they had cute little gift bags this month, and I made all 3 of those. They came with 24 cute little treat bags, and this one is one of the, that's where I got the word spooky from, and it has little cobwebs and things, spider webs on the bag. This one has little bugs, spiders on it, and says eek, and has a cute little pumpkin. And then the third one was these nice orange stripe bags, and then it has the little boo and silver, and it had the little cutouts for the bats and things. So all of these, plus these stamps that I stamped, all came in our kit, and we got 24 of them. So in November, be watching. They're going to have a special for, if you've never subscribed before, you can go ahead and subscribe for a really cheap fee just to try it out. Okay, so the next thing I used, because I'm mixing some of my products today, is this is some of our Toil and Trouble paper. You saw me use this on one of my other 12 weeks of Halloween projects. But this is the cute ghost, and it has a little bit of that purple in there. This is our gorgeous grape color, and see how it has a little bit tint of that? So that's why I decided to use this on our box, and this measures 2 by 4 inches. I'm just going to add a little bit of snail and put it on the front of our box. And then I'm actually going to use, this is a framelit from the Farmhouse Christmas, and it doesn't even show in the stamp set. This is the stamp set that comes with it. But in the framelets, you get a lot of the ones that you see on the front, like the tree and the truck and everything. But then you get these great banner framelets, and this little one here. You get little bows. You get the house. But then what I really was looking for, and why I really even bought this set, is that it has a fence. And this is the fence. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out a fence to put on my box like this, because I thought of, you know, a fun graveyard with the ghosts coming out. And so that I knew I wanted to use for Halloween. Now I'm going to use it again for Christmas, and I'm going to use it in my farmhouse. So you'll see it probably come back up again. So let me bring in the big shot. Now with this framelit, I added one extra piece. It's a very thin framelit, so what I added was just an extra piece of cardstock that I had, and I'm going to use my magnetic frame. Let me pull this up a little bit. So I'm using my magnetic plate, putting down a piece of cardstock, and then my bottom plate. Then I'm going to put down a piece of basic black and my framelit, And I found if I do it over by the edge instead of in the center, it cuts better. So those are my tips on this framelit. And then I'm going to go ahead and run it through. Since it's so small and fine, I think I'm going to run it back. All right. So now it comes out and it's in my framelit, like it's in my little thinlet like this. And I'm going to take my brush, and this also is in our annual catalog, and I'm just going to use my brush and pad and brush out these fine little pieces to get it out of my die. And see how they all came out? Isn't that easy? Look at that. Okay, so let's get rid of this. And I'm going to take, now when I measured this is a little bigger than my box. So I actually went and just kind of centered it, and I took 2 off of each end. So I'm going to take my paper snips, I'm just going to cut off, I think that was 1, and then maybe it was 1 more. Yeah, let's do 1 more. And you can cut these any size you need. And I think we're good. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. Now, I just added a little bit of snail. I really didn't worry about fine tip glue or anything like that. I just brought in my silicone mat and just added some of my glue. And then I just put it down on my box like that. Okay, and you really don't see anything, and you really don't feel anything. So I thought that was fine. Okay, now we're going to do some stamping. So the first thing I'm going to stamp is my saying, and I'm going to use my gorgeous grape color. It goes along with the color scheme that I'm using. And the stamps that I'm using for this came out of my paper pumpkin. And it says treats for you, because I already had the word spooky. Okay, and then let's see. I also want to go ahead and stamp in my black memento ink. I have the ghost. This ghost is from right here, my Cauldron and Bubble set that I've been using. All right, so I'm just going to stamp that with some black memento ink. And then we're going to use our framelits and cut these out. So let me just clear off, get my Big Shot back out. Okay, this time I just have a magnetic plate and then one of my bottom plates. I'm going to go ahead and put on my ghost and put on my treats. And what I'm going to use to cut that out, I'm going to actually use my stitched framelits, and that's going to be for the smallest oval for my saying. Then I'm also going to use, I'm going to bring in my framelits for the Cauldron Bubble, and I'm going to be using the little ghost. And then I'm going to use a piece of black, and I'm going to be using my layering ovals, and this is the smallest scalloped oval, and I'm just going to do that on a piece of black. So now I'm ready to put them all through the Big Shot and cut them all at one time. So I've got my black scalloped, I've got my saying, and let's see, I don't want to lose. Let me put these away as I'm using them so I don't lose my pieces. And then my little ghost. Okay. All right, we're ready to assemble. So I'm going to just use a little bit of snail. Let's get my silicone mat here. I don't want to get my surface sticky. And I'm just going to put that on my scallop piece. And then I'm going to take a dimensional. Let's take 2 actually. And we'll just put that on like that. This is a really fun, easy, fast project when you have all of your things right here and you can just cut them out at one time. And I'm going to take one more dimensional on my ghost and go ahead and put him over the fence so he looks like he's kind of flying out. And then I have more of this beautiful black shimmer ribbon. I just have loved using that this season. And I'm going to go ahead and tie that up in the corner and tie a little bow. And this will be easy to remove when you have your treats. So let's go ahead and just put it there and then tie it around and we're done. Well, not actually. I have one more step I wanted to do. Let me get this on here better. There we go. Let's bring that bow down a little bit. It really just forms so nicely. It's just been the best ribbon. And the shimmer on this, plus the shimmer on this box, if you can see it, it's just amazing. I'm going to cut that a little bit shorter. Okay, and then because I was shimmering with my ribbon and I was shimmering with my box, I decided to make this ghost shimmer. So I'm actually using Clear Wink of Stella, and I'm just rubbing it all over my ghost. I'll bring that up a little bit. Maybe you can see. It just gives him a little bit of a sheen. So that's our project for today. Thanks for joining me. And if you need any of these products, you can go to StampFUNatics.com. I'll have a supply list of all the products that I used. And if you use my October host code, I'll have a thank you for you. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week.